Hi everyone, Liv here. Welcome to Limb Power's Motivational Monday video with me. Today we are going to be going through some stretches that you can do before a workout. These are dynamic stretches. Dynamic means you're going to get the body prepared for exercise, going to get the blood flowing, the heart pumping, going to feel a little bit warmer, and yeah, it's just a perfect way to start a workout so that we don't injure ourselves during the main session. So to begin the warm-up, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the lower body and we're going to work our way up. So beginning with the legs, I'm going to go through a range of dynamic stretches that you can do at home, in the park, wherever, before a run, before a workout. Always best to get this in there, guys, before you go doing any exercise, just to save injury and yeah, get yourself all ready and warmed up. So the first one we're going to do is to target the legs. So to begin with, what you're going to do is you're just going to come to standing. You know, you might have done a few stretches running around the park, whatever. So now we're going to just come. We're just going to start with a big wide stance. Just going to bend that one knee, keep our back nice and straight. Hands can come wherever they feel most comfortable, either out from front, on our hips, to the side. We're just going to bend that knee and keep that other leg as straight as we can. Feel the stretch in the inner quad and the abductors, and then go to the other side. So we're going to keep this up quite a little bit speedy, a bit more rhythm, just because we want to keep warm and get ourselves ready for exercise. It's perfectly normal. Feel a little bit out of breath, you know, you feel like you're doing a workout already. It's just a few stretches. If you want to raise the toes, get a bit of a calf stretch in there. Okay, so you want to be doing this for 10 to 20 seconds, a few reps on each side. Once you feel comfortable, just going to come back to the middle. Just going to do some knee raises. So that's going to really stretch out the hamstrings and the back of the thighs, part of the glutes. You can raise your hands higher and try and get your knees up higher each time. If you want to, again, put a little jump in there, a little step. If you want to, but we're just going to stick with this today. Brilliant. So working your way down, slow it down. We're just going to stay here. We're just going to do some leg swings. Find your balance. Most of these stretches are really good for balance. Making sure you're bringing it up, squeezing behind, nice and high. Good, and rest. We're going to do the other side. So on the front. And this is going to be for the glutes as well. So you see how we're slowly working our way up the body. Keep it going. Nice big squeeze. And then again, if you want to keep the pace up, you can speed it up as you go. Good, so you're feeling a little bit looser now. Feel free to just keep rotating your ankles, rotating your knees. Another one really good for your hips. So you can do this on the floor, but because it's a dynamic stretch, you know, you want to keep moving, keep the blood pumping, get warm. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring one knee up to your chest, or as high as you can. Then you're going to bring it out and back down to the floor. Same for the other side. So up, around and down. Up, around and down. You can even incorporate the arms in this just to bring it up like a bit of a boxing move. Down, up. A lot of people you'll see doing this before runs, you know, they do it very quickly. The quicker you go, just everyone's different really, different paces. We want to keep it up fairly quick. Good, so once you've done a few of those, I'm going to work it down onto the floor. So, a nice big space, work it down onto the mat. So we're going to stick with the hips and the glutes for now. So what you're going to do is you're going to come onto your knees, hands and knees, bring one leg out behind you. we're just going to bring it out to the side and then back. So keeping your head facing forwards, squeeze out and back. So you can do this quite quickly. Out, in, out, in. If you want to bend your knee, that's totally fine. If you find it struggle to keep your arms and your legs straight, you can always bend your knees, bend your elbows, bend the knees. Just making sure that we're getting that hip flexor squeeze in. So same for the other side. Coming out, in, out, in. So you do these before, your deadlifts, your squats, just to get those muscles targeted and warmed up. Here again, we can do some donkey kicks for the glutes. So just squeezing it up, back down, try not touching the floor, coming up, and the other side. Pulsing here, if you want to go big and back down you can, or you can just pulse, that's fine. Good, so once you've done a couple of those, we're going to work our way up. We're going to go to the core now. So instead of saying, we're going to target the abs, the abdominals, the obliques, whatever, I like to use the word core because it, embodies the whole torso. You're working the whole upper body, not just your abdominals. So we're going to start with a fairly easy one. Kind of incorporates a lot from yoga. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up to your feet, come down to your knees. You will feel a bit of stretch in your hamstrings, which is good. We want to keep it fairly quick. So we're going to walk it down. There again, you can use a pillow if you want to, or anything, that's going to keep your arms level. So you're going to walk it down. You're going to stay down here. You're going to drop the hips, drop the arms, push away, shoulders back and down, back down to the floor, back up, walk it back up to the toes, and stand. So one of these on its own, it's called an inchworm. So what you do is you drop the hips, you come back up to the top, and you stand. Feeling yourself getting warm already? Yeah, I know I do. Walk it back up, and stand. Back down, hips, and stand. Good, keep it going. Brilliant for the upper body as well. The arms are really working with the shoulders, try and keep that body off the floor. Keep it going. Once more. Good, and then this time I want you to come down to the floor, pull yourself to the floor, all at one time, push away with your arms, shoulders back and down, stretch out your core, feel the tummy muscles pulling back. Good, I want you to come back to the floor, push away again. Keep this up for a few seconds, keep breathing. Just going to stretch out that core, get that tummy ready for an exercise. Try and keep your legs on the floor at all times. Back straight, shoulders back and down. Good, then from here, what we're going to do, come up onto our hands and knees. So same again, this is going to work our back and our tummy muscles. So we're going to tuck our bum under and our chin in. Another yoga exercise is called cow. This one is called cat, or the other way around maybe. Chin out, bum out. Yeah, so this is cat coming in, cow coming out. So try and keep this up and fairly quickly. Remember, it's a dynamic stretch, so we want to keep the body nice and warm. You can do this after as well, workout for static stretches if you want to keep it slower. Good. A few more times. Out, in, out. Good. Bring it down to the knees. So we're working our way up. So next we have obviously our chest, our shoulders, our back, our arms. So I want you to do first, bring your arms out to the side. What you're going to do, you're going to face your palms up. Then as you come in, you're going to cross them over and then back up again. So left arm above right, out, right arm above left. So keep this up. Changing, sticking to the same tempo. No, trying to keep it controlled. You might feel a little bit click in your shoulders, that's fine, it's fairly normal. Come back, don't be afraid to come behind the body, and then back to the side. Keeping this fairly quick, like a stretch should be, to begin with. Stretching out. Good, feel it in your shoulders and your chest, and then as you pull forward, your back and your shoulder blades as well. Good, so work it down, slow it down, and rest. Good. Next, we're going to do some for the shoulders as well. So we're going to bring it more for the chest. So we're going to start in the middle, and I just want you to do some small circles, working our way in towards each other, getting bigger and bigger. Good. And then back the other way, so starting small. Bigger and bigger. Good. And rest. Good. Now to the side. So arms either side, coming forwards, smaller, bigger and bigger. Try and keep your arms as straight as you can. So you can do this on a chair, you don't have to be standing or on your knees, it's just how I'm going to show you. Good, and work it back the other way. Bigger and bigger. Good, and rest. So a lot of those for the shoulders in particular, but a lot of those ones for the core are going to really help for your chest as well. Like the cobra when we came down and pushed away, that's really good for the chest and the back pushing out. Another good one for the upper body, although it's going to be using the legs, going to come up to your toes. It's called a downward dog, so you might have heard of it a lot in yoga. It's like bending the knee, come down, walk it out to the end of your mat. What you're going to do is you're going to sit back into your heels, stretch out your shoulders, pushing your shoulders down to the floor. Keep your arms nice and straight. Good, and what you're going to do is you're going to come back into a plank position and then do that again. So down, plank, down, plank, down. Feel it in your back, in your lower back, in your shoulders, maybe the tops and the sides of your abdominals, your arms definitely. Good. See if we come down to the floor. Next, what we're going to do, a couple more for the back now. We're going to come onto our back. Bring our knees up to our chest, arms out either side. Just going to let our knees fall. So then bring them up to the centre, slowly back down, other side, and up to the middle. Slowly down and up. Slowly down and up. Good. Slowly down and up. You might feel a little bit click in the lower back. That's absolutely normal, especially if you're doing this in the morning. Just let them fall. Good. Good. Perfect. Bring it back up. So one last one we're going to do A really good dynamic stretch is working on basically the whole body. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down to one knee, nice big wide step as if we're doing a lunge, leaning into that hip, stretching out that hip flexor. If you wanted to while you're here, you could grab your ankle, stretch out your quad, that's fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down, you're going to pop both hands on the inside of that first front bent leg, okay? Then with the same side leg, so my right foot is bent, try and stay balanced. You're going to pop your right elbow down next to your right foot, and then you're going to rotate out to the right, up to the sky, and then back down. So knee drops, out to the sky, down. So you're keeping this done quite quickly, up, down, up, down. So you should feel it, in your back, in your shoulders, in your hips definitely, your core because you're twisting. Do a few more here. Good, and rest. Try the other side, so come back onto your knees. Nice big step. Lean into the lunge, into your hips. Hands on the inside of your left leg. Left elbow comes down, reaching out, down to the floor. Reaching out, down to the floor. Out, the floor. Keep it very quick. Feel your chest stretching out, your hips. Maybe you feel it in your core, your abs. Couple more times. Last time. Good, and rest. Perfect. So well done, guys. That was your pre-workout warm-up dynamic stretches done. Feel free to use these at any time at the beginning of a workout, preferably if you're going to target, if you know you're going to target a certain area of the body, best to warm up that specific area first, always. So take what you want from this. It's a really good way to start. Get your warm-up in and your stretches. Definitely get both in to stop yourself getting injured. And yes, thank you for joining with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one very soon.